welcome back to another edition. Man, it's been a while since we've been on the scene, but fuck it, we back, man. I mean, we've been on our LB shit, but hey, sometimes it's like that, man. But we back again, and man, it's that time of the month for the, you know what it is, the PAS moment of the month. Man, I got my man, my homeboy P with me. How you doing, P?
Man, PAS, baby, PAS.
All
How
day,
you
man.
doing, man?
I'm good, man. I mean, since we've been gone, man, you seen that it seems like the PAS is almost it's grown exponentially since we've been gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's so vast nowadays. Like it's everywhere you look, it's a PAS moment. No matter where you turn, it's just like, damn, are we really people ain't shit? Like, and
I think it's always a PAS moment, B. It's just sometimes it's more exposed than other times. You can have a PAS moment at the drop of a dime at any time.
that is true. But I'm like, but it's just the frequency of it. Like, it's always, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, you see so many different major PAS moments where you just be like, oh my God, this is a PAS moment on a level where you just be like, damn, this shit crazy right here. But man, I mean, because when you look at it now, you look at the PAS, when you look at the past week, just look at the past week of all the PAS moments, just in the past week. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talking about 2-3 months ago, but we talking about the last week. We looking at the kid out in Sacramento got shot by the cops 20 times. You know what I'm saying? Or shot at by the cops 20 times. They really never said how many times he got hit, but just the fact that you was at your crib. Uh, that's what they say. He was at the crib, but for them to shoot at you 20 times, and you was at your crib, and then you got the kids that's out here shooting up the schools, but they not getting shot at all. It makes you wonder, like, I mean, what's really going on out here, man? So, what do you think about that Sacramento thing, though, man?
It's a lot that we need to learn before we can really have a true opinion on that Sacramento thing. I think the fact that they fired 22 rounds and never received any return fire tells you that they need to do some more training out there or some more psychological evaluation on these people out there, because regardless of what the situation was, it was two of them, it was one of him. They thought they saw a gun, but they fired off 22 shots, never received any return fire or any return noise. That doesn't sound right. It's nighttime. It's just person's fleeing from you. It just, I don't know. It's a lot to it. We need to know more. We see the cameras. We hear the shots. They don't tell us how many shots hit this person.
Right.
It wasn't like they just invaded his yard and he was there. So obviously he was fleeing somewhere.
I mean, but
it's very possible that he was doing what the neighborhood report that he was doing, which is I think busting car windows. I was trying to figure out why it's 22-year-old ass out bust people car windows.
And if you don't know what we talking about this young man here, Stephen Clark. This is the guy that they supposedly shot at 22 times. I mean, whether he was fleeing, that still don't. I mean, I guess if you busting 22 shots at me, I'd flee too. You got a right to run. I mean, but when you look at that, that's a situation where they said they didn't find anything but a cell phone on the young man. But here we go. We got these type of kids out here. When you look at this is the real face of like some real terroristic shit. And these people don't get no shots busted at them. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna shoot at a man with a cell phone, but you won't shoot at a man with an AR-15? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we really gotta, like you said, we gotta reevaluate how we hire and fire these people, because I mean,
how we train these people.
Nah, I don't think it's even a training thing. I think these people come in with issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of, you could talk to a person and day to day talking to people, you could tell somebody ain't all the way there. You know what I'm saying? I think what we see nowadays, we see a lot more people that can kind of like, we know they ain't there, but they functional. And
people good at hiding it, B.
Nah, I mean, some people are. Some
After a
people are.
certain age, you're real
Some
adept at hiding, man.
some people are. But you still got like nowadays when you be talking to people, you ever run into people who like grown ass men that won't look you in your eye when you talking to them.
I run into grown ass men that still stutter real hard. And I
But
ain't talking
stutter,
about a little stutter. I'm talking about somebody that can't put out a sentence without but. I mean, it's a lot going on.
sounding like
We can
Chewbacca
talk
and
about
shit.
human nature and human beings and flaws in people all day long.
But I'm
That's not the
talking
point.
about.
The point is somebody hired these people.
That's what I'm talking
Somebody
about.
but see, somebody trained these people. So if you can go back to what the training is
Right.
and see that they didn't do what the training was, you just automatically fire them.
But
It's easy steps once you get proficient training involved.
but what I'm saying is this: like, besides the training, yes, you need training. But even before the training, you could tell this person wasn't the most social or the most personable person
Maybe you can
in the
tell.
beginning.
What happens if you couldn't tell?
I
The
mean,
fail safe for not being
then
able to tell is training.
that is true. But if you already don't have the skills to deal with people and you in the public, you a public servant, you should not have gotten that job. That's all I'm saying. It's like,
But see, you got to understand, B. I didn't come to this job knowing that this job is a public servant job, and then give you the idea that I wasn't ready for this job.
so
I wanted this job. I played the role. I did everything it took to get this job.
so you did it for the check.
It doesn't matter what I'm there for. What I'm there for is the fact that I wanted this job,
Right.
and I played the role I had to play in order to obtain this job.
So let me ask you this though, like when you look at a situation like the Sacramento, you look at a situation like the school shootings, even the situation in Austin where you dealing with the bombing. I mean, now they murked cuz, but he probably was on some I ain't going to jail shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Now, say, take for instance the school shooting in Florida. Do you arrest this person or do you eliminate the target? Versus like this person in Sacramento had a cell phone and they shot at him 20 times. So with a person with an AR, what do you do in a situation when the person has really just went all out and murked everybody?
You can't just say what do you do. It's a job. So they have to come up with a protocol and a standard for each employee to go through in case of this situation. It's not a matter of we want this person acting on instinct. Yeah, it's partial instinct because you got to use your best judgment. We don't want them shooting unarmed kids with a water gun. But at the same time, we have to have a protocol in place. You being the only person on this campus armed besides this other gentleman, how fast do I buck them down? You know what I'm saying? What do I have to say to fucking buck them down?
You know what?
Because I want to be protected. Because I see him with a gun, I want to buck him down. I want to draw like Jesse James.
Hey, I feel you. But you know what's going to happen though, dog? We about to see RoboCop out here.
No,
RoboCop is coming, man.
not for
RoboCop.
another 20 years because they can't get the artificial intelligence
What are you
to the
talking
point
about?
where it's foolproof. You didn't see the car just ran
That's
the
what I'm
people
talking
over.
about. But you know what that was though. They were saying that what happened was, see, the intersections and shit are built then to the car navigation system. That person crossed the line where it wasn't built
Right.
in. So that's
Which
what I'm saying.
means that they still haven't been able to duplicate the human reaction. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They haven't been able to duplicate that.
Right,
Until they duplicate that, they can't have RoboCop, or else it's gonna be just like RoboCop from the last one. Remember they built the first RoboCop?
Yeah.
He gunned all them people down, and then they had to build RoboCop out of the man. You know what I'm talking about? You know the movie? Yeah.
RoboCop.
Until they work out the bugs to give that thing reaction time from all angles like a human being,
Right.
he's gonna be judged as a machine, and they're not gonna allow it.
Okay, so maybe it's not RoboCop. Maybe it's the cyborgs. Cyborgs is on the way, bro.
Until they work that AI out all the way, we're not gonna have
nothing.
not no schools, man. No.
But either way,
Yeah.
man, That shit, all that
They're
was.
talking about giving the kids buckets of rocks, man.
Yeah. But see, that's the
Man.
problem though too, man. But back on that, man. That's the problem. We don't. These kids, especially these young kids that shooting up schools and shit, they don't know how to deal with rejection, man. I mean, you need to give them a bucket of rocks. You need to have them get bullied, because those are life skills. I know you.
There you go with that get bullied, man.
Nah, man. I know you anti-bullying,
They
man.
get bullied is why that man shut up that school, dog.
But nah, man, those are social skills, man. Those are social skills. I'm talking about.
What if you were never equipped to deal with that, yo?
Then you
All
learn.
you want to do is lash out in a negative way.
No, you learn to deal with that type of shit.
Now, if you were never equipped to deal with that,
Nah, man. But see, you wasn't equipped to deal. But see, by not ever having to deal with it, you really ain't equipped to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people out here. Adults that's never been in no hand-to-hand combat. You understand? I mean, you got people out here that ain't never been in fights our age. That ain't right.
That's got nothing to do with psychological. It's got nothing to do with that, B. What I'm trying to explain to you is this. From a psychological standpoint, the mind is very, very fragile.
It is.
If you as a child have never been equipped to deal with that type of situation, when that situation bears down on you, it's going to be way more traumatic than anybody else can take that situation. So you're not going to respond in the regular way that, say, you and I, who have been exposed to that, who have been trained to that. My father told me on the first day of school at 5 years old, 4 years old, or whatever it was, kindergarten, he said, I want you to go to school. He said, I need you to do what the teachers tell you to do. He said, if somebody put their hands on you or do something to you that you don't think is right, you need to do something about it. And that's simple and plain. That's like one of the earliest memories I have of school of my father. I'm talking about the first day of school besides nursery school. If that's not instilled in you, you don't know how to deal with that, B. And imagine if you already got pumped jeans. Your jeans is soft anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Only thing you know how to do is react in a way that you've seen on the internet. Or the way you've seen in a movie. And it comes down to that. It's a fragile psyche.
But let me add to this, though. I'm going to tell you like this, man. Life is all about routines, brother. If you getting bullied on the routine or whatever you do in life is routine. If you routinely getting bullied, then eventually it's fight or flight. You understand? And I'm telling you, like, routine will change the psyche of anybody.
What happens when you don't have the fight instincts? You just said it's fight or flight. Everybody doesn't have the fight instincts.
That's true. But what self-preservation is your number one instinct, bro.
No, B, that's why people die. Yeah, self-preservation is the number one instinct. That doesn't mean that you're going to rise to the occasion.
But man, that's
why people die.
When you backed in the corner, brother. When you backed in the corner, you coming about the corner. That's what I'm saying.
That's why people die, B, because they did not adapt. Everybody's not here. We adapted, we survived. Somebody else did.
I think
you know that. You got to look at it from the other side. You can't just look at it from the side of a soldier. You got to look at it from the side of a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody got, man, even...
No, everybody don't.
It's tucked way down in there. It's tucked way down in there, but you got it, homie.
If it's never released, you don't even have it.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. But now you go get the AR-15 with the extended clip, and it's released. So
and now you get the release.
And that's what I'm trying to prevent. I'm saying, go ahead with that.
We're not going to prevent it by bullying kids. You're not going to convince me of that. I'm not going to even... We are going to change the subject.
Hey, that's another show, though, man. But man,
that's another show.
That was our PAS moment, man. But yeah, back on, man, another PAS moment was, we got number 45. This asshole, him and Jeff Sessions, that's our Attorney General. They have just fucking, I guess, asked for the death penalty to be brought for people, for dope dealers who engage in large quantities of drugs. Like, what do you think about that, my man?
What I think about that is easy. If they're going to pass that law, then it needs to apply to the doctors who've been bending the law to prescribe those legal opiates to people too.
Yeah.
Because the dope problem is not the illegal dope. The dope problem is the legal dope. And he knows it, they know it, and everybody in the whole country knows it.
Hey man, hey, that shit ain't no game, man. I done seen. I mean, I ain't never shot no dope, but I done seen. I ride past the methadone clinic every day, and that shit be jumping, homie. I'm talking about this is anytime you gotta take a lesser drug to get off of a drug. That's when you know you dealing with real serious shit. Yeah, that's real drugs, man. But I mean, but when you look at this situation, you got this idiot talking about putting and let me. They added this. They put out a memo. This is basically a memo asking the court system, the legal system, to go in and basically impose this death sentence or death penalty on people that's selling dope. And it's like it's been studies that's shown that harsher penalties is not going to stop drug use, especially like you said when you got the doctors out here prescribing drugs. There's so many goddamn drugs out here. Like every time you look at TV, they prescribing you some kind of drug or something, and it's just like that's all we got. America is the height. It's really like the holy grail. People will do anything to get their drugs into this country. You know what I'm saying? We have got to stop acting like this war on drugs is we're never going to win. We was never equipped to win. We was equipped, man. When you talking about drugs, like now, you look at kids nowadays, that's the first thing they do is prescribe drugs to them at young ages. So you growing up in the drug culture. So I don't see how you can give a death penalty to an illegal street dealer, but you can't give it to a doctor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very ass backwards. And I just don't agree with it because you're not going to really change anything because people going to get high. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But it is one of those moments where you look at 45 and you just be like, this is just some shit that we really got to take a real look at him because he's pushing shit and he's pulling buttons and stuff that's really gonna make it hard for a lot of people out here.
It's a distraction.
Distraction from what?
From the same thing. It's always been a distraction. From last episode we probably ended with something where I told you it's all a distraction to keep you from the true thing that's going on. The whole fact that the person is unfit to lead.
Yeah.
He's unfit to lead.
But the man, hey, he is. But that's the
thing. He's unfit to lead. You can come up with 1,000 reasons why.
But he's leading. And that's the scary part, that he's leading and you look at these and he's an actor.
The scary part is that there are people in line with him.
Exactly. And
there
that's what I'm saying.
Good people that refuse to do something about him.
Exactly.
The fact that we, the American people, haven't done something about him. The fact that we, the American people, allowed him to be. He had a TV show. The Biggest Loser. We let the person. I mean, not the Biggest Loser. What is it called?
Apprentice. Yeah.
He fired people on his show.
Right.
This person that we elected to be the leader of the free world,
and he's firing people in his cabinet. Like
right now,
week he's
it's
firing.
like he's on a TV show.
It is, man.
This world, the White House right now,
it is a joke.
Reality show.
It is a joke. And I'm telling you, when you got
somebody like this, stop the whole
we are, because you are.
And it's on us, because we haven't done anything about
it. Did you see the package? The video with the packages he's supposed to send out to the people on welfare and shit. You ain't seen that? Oh man, he basically saying
did you sign the petition to have him impeached?
I signed. You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you, and this goes into our next PAS moment. Is man number 45? Yeah, I'll sign anything. He's a fucking despicable.
No, I didn't actually. Will you? I actually had you.
No, I haven't heard anything about it.
But a billionaire cat to impeach him. It's been going on for the last 4 or 5 months.
But brother, it should have.
It's called impeach Trump now. I think.
How in the hell did he make it this far and nobody? I mean, we've been talking about this. Somebody just do something about it. Get him out of office. We can't keep signing shit. Get him out of office by any means necessary. Because now we looking at, like I said, he's enacting laws that could be problematic to a whole lot of people, a whole lot of ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do something about it.
TrumpNow.org.
And peace,
Anybody is watching, if you haven't logged on to sign, please log on to sign. One vote, one voice, one count.
Yes, sir. And man, go there, peacetrumpnow.org. Man, but back to 45. And just like you said, it's a reality show. Man, our savior, when it comes down to it, might just be a bunch of hoes, man. We got these young ladies, man. We got the, like we said, we got the apprentice contestant, and we got the porn star and the ex-Playboy bunny. Now, out of all of them, I guess the apprentice contestant is the one that, I guess she's the least dirty out of all of them. You got a porn star and an ex-Playboy bunny that got paid, what, $130 and $150 respectively. You know
what's that got to do with anything? How's that an impeachable offense?
Because it's not really now the first one, the apprentice contestant, she's going on the Me Too standpoint that he grabbed her and
really,
yeah. Now she been like that from day one, that he grabbed her and grabbed her up and shit. Now the other two, they got paid. He had affairs with them, and what happened was he paid them off. He had a corporation, gave him that bread. But yeah, like I was saying, these young ladies right here, the two at the bottom, basically, he paid them hush money. He had affairs with them. He paid them hush money, and now, being that they could see that they could profit off of it, they trying to say that basically the one lady says she wants to pay the hush money back so she can speak on it and make more money. And it's just like, man, like,
that's Stormy.
Yeah, Stormy. And the other lady said that she just wants to tell her story because
that's the one he had the affair with.
Yeah.
And she apologized to his wife and all that.
Yeah, all that bullshit. See, I'm gonna tell you, as despicable as he is, if anybody's gonna bring him down, I wanted to be the ex-apprentice. I don't want the hoes to bring him down, because it sets up, like we say it all the time on this show, man. It's a such thing as precedence. You know what I'm saying?
Bad precedent.
So if you allow these women to say, look, I did it, he gave me the money, but now
I don't like it. I feel dirty about it.
Right. So I want to get the money back.
You know they be doing this shit all the time.
All the time, brother. We cannot allow
I agree. It need to be it need to be the fact that he's unfit to rule, dog.
Exactly.
You gotta have some type of psychological evaluation better than the ones that can give him. Man.
Yeah.
He do stuff that's just not leader like. Who does that?
It's not. But see, if you know what it is, as bad as much as I don't want to see them bring him down, if that's what it takes to get him out of office, so be it. I just hope that, but I know that if they use them to bring him down, it's just going to lead to the hoes just to get more hoes. You feel me? So it's going
to be Me Too times 12.
But see, my thing with the Me Too situation is you shouldn't even allow like this type of woman to even be part of our movement. You understand what I'm saying?
That's your problem, period, though. As a human being, you got to be more discreet about what you do, period. You got to understand what you do, period. You got to be in place. If you ain't playing chess, you losing the game. Playing checkers will lose you the game every time.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He can't even run for president unless he playing chess.
But see,
and that's why they had paid them off months and months ago.
Exactly.
They had all that shit all tied up.
But now, it just goes to show you, though. I mean, but when you look at this whole run that he's had, I mean, this shit was all planned. I don't think it's bigger powers at play. You know what I'm saying? He didn't win this on his own. I mean, besides, you got the collusion with Russia and all that, but still, it's still bigger brokers in this for this man.
He firing the people that's investigating. I mean,
yeah. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that?
Allowing this, it just reminds me of. I've said it before. It reminds me of Hitler.
It does.
Because I always tell you, Hitler didn't come out of nowhere.
It does.
He gradually built up his power, and now he's killing Jews in camps.
But you know what, man? Hey, good thing you mentioned that, because we're going to do a show, because we the new Nazis, man. We're going to do a show called The New Nazis, because this shit is real.
Boy.
This shit is
Oh
real.
boy.
And I'm telling you, man, this
Oh
shit's
boy.
real. I mean, people, we are the new Germany. I mean, because you can look at it, we think we so far away from it that this can never happen in
We
America.
build a wall. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? We got a wall. Won't let it
yeah,
go up.
yeah.
And I don't like illegal neither because it ain't fair.
It ain't
No,
fair. I
I
need you
can't
to
go to
pay your
Mexico.
taxes. I need you to pay your
I can
taxes.
go to Mexico and do what they do
Yeah,
coming in here. So it ain't about racism. It's
right,
about it ain't fair.
right,
As a black man living in this country, having a struggle, it ain't fair.
right.
But at the same time, they about to fund his wall when his people are
Yes.
still starving and they ain't fixed Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is one of our territories.
It's not gonna happen. He don't give
That's
a
like a
fuck.
state.
It
It's
is.
like
It's a state.
it's like
It is a
Georgia or
state.
somewhere
Yeah.
underwater for months and months and months. But we're about to fund a $24 billion wall. Just a wall.
We are the
Let me
new.
pay some people to stand out there.
But let me ask you though,
To me, it'll be
who
better than that.
who you think gonna build the wall, homie? It ain't us. It's the Mexicans. Who you think gonna build the wall?
I
Like, do
know.
you think the Mexicans got the construction game on lock? Ain't no
Whoa.
Americans building no wall, brother. It's gonna be
Americans
so
lazy
many.
as hell. Who else want to build that wall?
It's,
I'll build that wall.
it's gonna be
We
so
got
many
enough
damn
money.
holes
I
and
try to
gaps.
help you build that wall. Bullshit. No, my first job as a kid was construction. So
Hey, trust me.
yeah,
Hey,
let's go build that wall if y'all got enough bread.
nah, I'm telling you now. The Mexicans has got that thing on smash, man.
Because they gonna get that low contract, they're gonna underbid everybody.
Exactly.
Dog. They're gonna do that
And
shit
you
for
know
$7
what?
an
And you
hour,
know what?
and it's gonna go up real quick.
Yep.
And it's gonna be done.
And you know what? And we gonna
They're
give
gonna
it to them.
report their ass at the end.
And we gonna give them the contract because they underbidded all the Americans.
And
So,
deport their ass at the end.
because that's the American way. We gonna
That's
get that
exactly
wall
right.
to the lowest bidder, and then we gonna sit around and talk about
Talking about how we hate
hey,
they
bruh, we ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? People ain't
people.
shit.
Man, we ain't shit.
We ain't,
We
man.
people ain't we?
We are, man, and we ain't shit. But man, thank you, my brother, man. Hey,
Oh
man,
man, it's a blessing
another
being
bang,
here,
man.
man. It's good to
I
be here,
always
man.
enjoy this. I always enjoy it with you, man. For real,
Always,
man. Another
always.
episode. Like I said, man, we coming with some new shows in the near future. We definitely gonna do that, the new Nazi show, for real, for sure. Oh, you got that? Yeah, people ain't shit. Hey,
I gotta get you yours. I got a bunch
hey,
of them.
I'm gonna give me one. Hey, I'm gonna get you one too.
No. Listen to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you one too,
I'm
man.
people, and people ain't shit. That's why I ain't sent you
Indeed.
the shirt yet.
Hey, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna get you one too, cause I got me
Nah,
one
but the
too.
reason that you don't have your shirt is because people ain't shit. I'm saying it's a fucked up little thing, dog. I'm trying to say, because after the band said that, I know kids be, I said, the band sent you one of these shirts.
Hey,
But
take
it
your
just
time.
proves,
Hey,
all it does is prove our point.
hey, take your time, young man. Don't worry about it. We got time, man. Hey, you stay alive long enough, I'm gonna get that joint, man. So
No doubt about it.
for real,
I gotta
man.
do better because people ain't shit.
Hey, man. But until the next time, man, you know what our slogan is, man. Just
Stop being
remember,
stupid.
don't be stupid, man. So till we see y'all next time, man, y'all be good. And remember, don't be stupid. Peace.
Go eat, baby.